back of my mind. I was so afraid that if I admitted it to myself, then it would just threaten to open this floodgate that would threaten to drown me in this sea of emotion and fear, and I just wasn't ready for that.
I used to love parties.
Taylor, 17, Surrey, Maine.
We met at a party. Actually, while I was pouring a drink, he struck up the conversation. He looked like he was mid-20s, said he was a bartender. I was arguing with myself, so I went.
I go through these stages of flashbacks. I'll just get so emotionally invested in that I just start talking while having this, and now I'm just screaming, "Stop!" I don't know when or where they're going to happen. I can't keep hold of them. I just know that I don't want to keep living the same moment over and over and over again. Just releasing memories from deep into my subconscious.
My friend's boyfriend came over to my house. He said he and my friend were having problems and he needed someone to talk to.
Debbie, 23, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
He said he wished she was more like me. I told him to speak to his girlfriend because talking to me wouldn't solve anything. He was a sweet guy. He really was. Never got into trouble, got good grades. I wasn't prepared at all.
He went to the bathroom and told me to wait in the bedroom. He came back holding a hairdryer. The next thing I knew, he whacked me across the head with it.
He pushed me on the sofa, pinned me down, and said, "I'm not leaving until I get what I want."
He said, "I'm going to fuck you hard." The cord of the hairdryer ripped my neck. He began beating me furiously. He stripped me.
And he carried on regardless of the way I was breathing.
I kept telling myself this wasn't happening. This is just a
nightmare.
nightmare.
Close your eyes and wake up.
But it wasn't a nightmare.
He beat me with the hairdryer like it was a baseball bat.
It was torture.
It started on the baseball field.
Hall, 7, Hardin, Ohio.
He was giving me a batting lesson. He said, "Stand still and spread your legs. Wider. Wider." He would put his hands around my fingers. He offered to drive me home. I got in his car, but he didn't take me home. He took me to his place.
He took away so much from me. He took away my dignity, my life, my virginity. I didn't have faith in my judgment anymore. I couldn't even look at my parents the same way, my friends. I just pretty much isolated myself.
I was crying. He would bend down and lick away my tears and kiss me on the cheek. He said, "Make a fist. Tight. Like if you were gripping a baseball bat. Elbow deep." That's what he said. I felt like I was being sucked in by this black hole.
I don't really care about what I look like anymore. I just need the familiarity of comfortable clothes. It's been a really slow, painful struggle, but I've learned not to suppress my flashbacks anymore.
And now, I'm 20, and the little boy inside of me, he screams to break the silence of the pain I endured. He screams for the blood on that baseball t-shirt that just couldn't seem to rub out no matter how much he scrubbed. He screams for the countless other boys who would see that blood.
I was just a rag doll falling wherever he hit me. I had been violated every way possible. And after he was done, he left me in a pile of blood and vomit. I was found the next morning and asked if I remembered anything about last night. I remembered it all, like a Polaroid.
When I told my friend what her boyfriend had done to me, she said, "Why the fuck are you lying to me? And even if it's true, you must have asked for it." I didn't think it could get any worse. And then morning sickness happened.
choose to remember. I choose to speak.
Time had to be right for me to face those fears, the reality that I was raped. I'm a lot stronger now, but I'll never be the same person again.
So let me get this straight.
Corey, 20, Miami, Florida.
A woman, a person, heads to a frat party, drinks 5 cups of magic punch, and heads back to somebody's room. They have sex and everything's fine. But then when they call date rape the next morning, it's a completely different story. They say it's not your fault if you decide to wear skimpy clothes and go out drinking. They say that's not consent. I say that's bullshit.
I didn't ask for this, okay? I didn't want it. I wasn't even drunk. I wasn't even prepared.
I never saw this coming. Sure, I was intoxicated, but I never said I wanted this to happen.
I didn't ask for a child. My life was just beginning. I didn't deserve this.
Nobody deserves
this. I was taken advantage of. I didn't even know what I was doing other than that it was wrong.
They say if a person doesn't have the capacity to consent, they can't. Even if that person gave consent before. But what's a person supposed to do if he or she has been drinking just as much? The playing field's even. One person alone can't be blamed for what the other says or does. If you don't think you'll be in the proper state of mind to the point where you'll blindly say yes to sex, then I say avoid this situation entirely.
If I could go back in time,
I would stop it all.
Rewind.
press play, and
Change
change
the
the
script.
script. I bought a ticket, but I haven't seen the ending.
If
I was able to say,
stop! Go away!
just go and get yourself somewhere else. But you can't let it end like this. This isn't the end.
I have so much of my life ahead of me.
It's not over.
It may feel like it. It's tough, but it's not the end of your life. If there's one thing that I've learned from this, it's that the world doesn't stop for you. It just keeps spinning on and on. People keep living their lives one by one by one. There is a life that you are meant to pursue.
Paul, 7, Hardin, Ohio.
Deborah, 23, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Taylor, 19. Sorry, man.
Corey, 20, Orlando, Florida.
Vivian, 17, Fremont, Oregon.
Leah, 20, Denver, Colorado.
All of